Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Sport View Villa. We are here once again to give you the new updates and everything. Talk about sports and talk about football. It's now up to 42 hours. The Arsenal won the Champions League. We are here to give you update about other things going on in the world around football, at social media, and the rest. We know that Arsenal fans are very annoying and noisy and all that. But let's forget banter aside. They deserve it. They deserve to be a champion. And other things we are going to today, whether they can keep up the mandate or whether they can keep it up next season again. But we know they are a very good side. It's not easy for them to win the league under Pep Guardiola, the juggernaut. Well, Arsenal fan, I'm happy for Arsenal fans. Guardiola is leaving this season. This is his last tenure, or Sunday is his last match in Etihad. I believe is a big kudos to him for what he have done in the football world, and in England entirely. He's one of the greatest manager, if not greatest. And we are just here to talk about football. And I believe as Arsenal have won the league now, the pressure is out of them. They will not have more pressure anymore against the UEFA Champions League. Because Champions League is here, the final is here. But the way people are just you understand, and Arsenal's predicament now, the pressure is out of them. In that Champions League final, I believe people look them as underdog, that they can't beat PSG. But for me, winning this Premier League, they have released more pressure out of them. Because if maybe they lose this Premier League, the pressure will be on them going to that final. And maybe there will be a lot of things that will happen on that final. But since they have won this Premier League, I believe the pressure is out of them. There will be more calm playing that game on that day. And we guys, we are forget we are arrivals of this thing of banter, Chelsea, Man U. But one thing we are forgetting, that this same thing happened 2012 when Chelsea won the Champions League. When PSG was in a higher color, flying, Bayern Munich, I mean, they were flying. There was one of the greatest club in the world then, when Chelsea met them in the final. But the story changed. They were the underdog. They won the Champions League at that time. For me, to my own opinion, I see similar things happening like this. That is to my own opinion. Because even this one now, the pressure is hard entirely. And the other last day of my video, I speak to you guys that PSG have the attack, but the Arsenal have the defend. And on a very good day, Arsenal attack they can hurt you. It's not maybe they don't have an attack, but we know the attack is not quite like the PSG's attack. The Baruskela, Dembele, Doué, and the rest, and Vitinha, but they are not like that. But I believe they can still hurt those life of Trossard. And if you look the record of Martinelli in Champions League, it's very good. Martinelli's record in Champions League scoring is very good. I believe the only match they have not scored is against Bayer Leverkusen and Atletico Madrid. But every other game, Martinelli is scoring. That is what I believe for me. And what I always see, this season is over already. They are the champions. I believe next season, if they can keep up or they can dominate the England Premier League for the next some years, because Guardiola is leaving already and we have a new coach, like Alonso to Chelsea. And we know the predicament and the condition Chelsea had at this moment. Like Carrick is not, let me just say, he's not the first. This is his job now. He was there as interim manager to Manchester. Now he's not the manager of Manchester United. Liverpool are still snubbing. But what I see about Arsenal, if they can make a proper recruitment in that their attack, make some changes, but we don't know. They might still dominate the league for period of time, or they can still win it next season. They can't win it because same thing like this to Liverpool last season. They won the Premier League, but at the same time, they make a lot of signing, big names, but it didn't work out the way they think, everybody think. Because for me, then last season, I was thinking Liverpool is the one to win the league this season again because of the recruitment that they did. That was my own opinion, because forget banter aside or arrival or what of that, but the signing that they made last season, early this season, I think they are going to win the league again this season because a life of Isaac, Vet, most of them, Eketike and the rest, they are good players and they are good strikers, which I was expecting them to win the league, but it doesn't come back that way. But I believe with the experience that Arsenal have now with their players, and kudos to the players and arrivals, most of the banter. Asaka is not world-class player because he have not won the league, he have not won this, he have not won that. But for me, even this season, there are a lot of things going on in Arsenal. But people doesn't know. It's all about their bottlers. They will not win it. They will not do that. I believe they deserve it. No matter the pattern of game, people are even complaining, the games that they play is not attractive football. I believe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, they were playing attractive football, expansive football, attacking football. That he's always second. They are always bottlers. That is why I always respect the coach Arteta for what the way he came out with his own style, because every coach have his own style. If we talk about Guardiola, he have his own style. That is what he play. That is what suit him. That is how he win the league, that he win the cups and win everything. I believe Arteta have won that way, expansive football. It's not favoring. He can't get anything from it. I believe this way that he took is a good idea. I believe next season, if maybe he will change his pattern of play. But for me, I don't think so. Because I believe what favor him, that is the way we go. Because why Arteta is one of a good coach, people doesn't understand it. He have different way of playing football. There are some guys can go defense. There are some guys can say, you take the ball and play, let me defend. I just need one goal. But people are missing that. They are just like, the guy has a lot and he learned from many coach. Under Pep Guardiola, under Arsene Wenger, under David Moyes, all of them. And they have a different pattern of play. We are forgetting that. But I believe we have a lot to talk. We still talk gradually. This is in Sport View Villa. We talk about football around. We talk about sports. That's what we do in Sport View Villa. You understand? Congrats to Arsenal. Even yesterday, Rolando just won the Saudi Pro League. Congrats to Cristiano. I believe he have worked hard for it. This year was his year. Congrats to Cristiano. Aston Villa, they are champions of Europe Cup. They won the European Cup. What a great job by Unai Emery. He tried. He's a great manager too. That is under great manager. I believe football is not the way we think, because people are sentimental. They will not say the truth, or in the name of banter. I'm Chelsea, I'm Arsenal, I'm Liverpool, Man City, thereabouts. You understand? The social media, like Obimike, say, I can't congratulate Arsenal, but they deserve it. But I believe early this season, he said, no, they will not win the league. They will lose the league. They will bottle it. They are bottlers. I don't know the way Mikel Obi watches football. A team that have been there for 6 years, they have been second consecutive 3 times. How do you think they will not win the league? And they are still improving. Not maybe they are going down. They are still improving. They are still improving. That is why I believe, even when I watched them last year, they lost the league by margin. And sometimes when you are talking about they lost the league to Man City, if you look the margin and things that go wrong for them that last season, some part it was an injury, lack of recruitment, of recruiting a good player earlier the season. Even in the January window for the second chance to recruit players, they refused to recruit players. They were depending on Havertz. After January, Havertz have an injury. That was the end. Even this PSG we are talking about that beat them last season at semi-final. The reason is that on that match, you can imagine a defending midfielder playing top 9, be the striker. People are forgetting about that. On that first leg of the match, there was no party. There was no Saliba. Many things go wrong on that very match. I believe on the group stage, Arsenal beat them 2-0. This same PSG we are talking about. But we know that they have still improved. Arsenal have still improved. That's why I tell you, this final is quite... People will not get it in a proper manner. People will be surprised. But for me, I'm not fully surprised because if Arsenal win it, they deserve it on that Champions League day, on that final, they win it, they deserve it. There's nothing to talk about because it's both sides, both of them deserve it. Both of them are good. It's not easy to get to the final. If you see the other club would have been there because they are the rightful club to be in that final. That is why they are there. It's for who wins. It might be imaginary something. It might just be a little thing that will bring the win. It might be 1 goal, it might be 2 goals, it might be 3 goals. That is how it is. Sometimes people are writing Arsenal off, but I don't think so. For me, for my opinion, I'm not writing them off. They are a good team. They deserve to be there. They might still carry it. Mapayeji can still carry it. Who deserve it more will take it. That is how it is. That is my opinion. In Sporting Villa, we talk about everything. In Sporting Villa, we talk about football the way it is. Not by arrival or by banter. We say it the way we want, the way it is. Even the Premier League next season might be tough. Even Man City, they make a recruitment. Pep Guardiola, before he is leaving now, is making a build up to Man City's team, which Zomereska might come in. It might be okay, it might not be okay. The same thing with Alonso. Chelsea have a lot to do in terms of recruiting a good players. Even early this season, I told them the biggest mistake Chelsea made for me for not signing Donnarumma, because Donnarumma was there to be taken. Even Guy was there to be taken because Chelsea was going this same road Chelsea passed. They are going through bringing young player. I think Arsenal have did it as 2019, 2020 to 2021. He never favored them. Those Lokonga, Fabio Vieira, most of them, those young players, they wanted to build, but he never favored them because the experience is not there. Chelsea need experienced players. Not, I know more before they grow, they are growing together, they are moving together, they are playing together, they will have the experience, but you need experienced player among the like 2 or 3. Not only Reece James. Reece James is the only experienced player I'm seeing there, that is the oldest player there. Enzo Fernandez, Casedo, those are young players. They are still raw to me. They have the talent, but they need experienced player. That is where they made the mistake. Even if you can say the attack, they don't have a proper 9, but in terms of the defense, like the goalkeeper, the way Alex Ferguson said, defense win you league and title, attack win you games. That is how it is. For me, the main problem that Chelsea have, if they can bring it with this Alonso, if they are ready for Alonso to work as a proper manager and a coach, not the club owner, the sporting director dictating for him. If it still be the same thing with Zomereska and the rest coach that have called Pochettino, all of them, it will still be the same problem. Chelsea will be there, recruiting young, not bringing experienced player. They will still be in the same problem. There's nothing different. Because they're having inexperienced player, forget about the talent. There's time for pressure. Even Arsenal that won the league, those things play part when they lost the league to Man City 3 times, 2 times to Man City, 1 to Liverpool. Because there is no experience there. Because the pressure, when time for pressure come, they will crumble. I know they win the World Club Cup. It's a tournament. It's not up to 38 games like the way the league is. People are forgetting that. We are about to come to the end now. Please like and subscribe and share to make our screen go viral. We give you more updates and more content. Please like and subscribe. We still remain Sportview Villa.